Today we're going to make a dueling coaster in Theme Park Tycoon 2. But before we do that, make sure you subscribe down below because 90% of people that watch this video aren't actually subscribed. With that said, let's go straight into today's video. Okay, so let's just start on building this dueling coaster. I know a tiny little bit how to make a cool dueling coaster, but it's a challenge for me as well. I have not much experience in building dueling coasters, to be honest, but I think we can still give it a try, and I do think it can look very, very cool. So let's just make the first station. Of course, you need to start out with a station, and of course on the other side as well, so you have like 2 stations. I think that's a great start, to be honest. If you just have 2 stations, they're about the same size, about the same kind of thingy, and I think the coaster itself needs to be around the same size as well. Something that is maybe really, really cool to do, to make like one side like the trail side and the other side just a tiny little family coaster, but they move throughout each other and move with each other to just make a cool and ride experience. And I do think that can look cool. So let's just start out with making a roller coaster. And I haven't made the best roller coasters in the past, but I think it can still work though. I do think it can still work. Okay, so let's just start out with some tiny little thingy. Hold for now, just everything straight, but this one goes down a bit to go under the other track. Look at that. That looks like an okay turn. Okay. I think that can still work, to be honest. I have some feeling that it could be really, really cool to just have an inversion going over, right? That could be insane to do, actually. Wait, let's just visualize that. Let's just visualize that first. I do not think it can make it, to be honest, but like we can always give it a try. I think that can work. Just ooh, yeah, that can actually be fine. To be honest, that can be actually quite cool. Let's make these both 2 different colors so you can really just see the difference between them. Okay. I think this can work. We don't have much speed. So it could be nice to have like some sort of speed thingy. Make it fast. That can be some sort of launch. And then on the other side, of course, just a lift hill or both lift hill. That could be cool as well. And this is going to be the booster. I think I want to have it low to the ground as well, just a tiny bit. And of course, why not? Let's just do the green one later on. Let's do this one first and then just, I don't know, make the green one work its way around. I do think that's the best to do. A tiny little barrel roll in here as well, and go over into some sort of other inversion, like a loop or whatever. I do not think it's going that fast, so let's just go down and make some sort of, I don't know, tiny little hill into a loop. I have not really built loops before in Theme Park Tycoon 2. Okay, something like that. But it has a loop. You guys can't even blame me, right? Going low through the ground, just having some tight turns. That's the nice thing. We can always change things up just a tiny bit. But for now, I do think quite nice to just have a tiny little overbang turn. Just to have that one extra inversion inside of this is quite great. These are just some, I hopefully think, high-speed turns, hopefully. And if not, we can always put on some more extra thingies. Well, right. I do think that's the best to do. I don't think that will be the smoothest turn I have ever seen. I do think it can still work. So let's just put on both thingies, just an entrance and an exit. And let's just see both up and running for now. If they go well together for the first tiny little part. And of course, see how fast they both go. Like, we have some small little turn. It's going not that fast. That's great. That is actually great. And then you make some sort of speed. Like, something needs to happen, of course. This coaster over there. So you have some entertainment while sitting there. It's not going the fast thingies I have ever seen, but it does still work. No, it's going backwards. Okay. I see how it is. Okay. Well, that's kind of sad. Oh, the moment of truth. Yes, okay, we have some sort of hang time over there as well. To be honest, that's quite great. I love that. Go down just a tiny bit and then go up. Not that steep as well, but just steep enough it can work. Something like this. That's quite interesting and quite insane. I got to tell you that if you are inside here as the child. But first, let's just do a tiny little bit of a turn like this, or something close to that. That's the thing. It needs to interact with the coaster quite quick again, because if we don't, it will just become 2 separate coasters on the same terrain. Like that I can make that easily work. But like, some interaction is always cool. So we have some quite steep of a layout going down. And I do think have some more space over here. I don't know how this will look, but maybe that works. Let's just open this coaster as well. And let's just check real quick how fast they're both going. And when they are going at the same time, do they interact just a tiny bit with each other or not? That's the thing. That's the question we all have. It doesn't really work, to be honest. Because this coaster is over here, While the other coaster's over there already. Going through that bit of a layout already. And then going over and then going into... I do not think it would be nice to make a boost on this one as well. Going down just a tiny bit. And then chain lift going up. Oh, that's getting so close. I don't think that is safe. We are just a tiny bit stuck for now. Do we get some interaction with each other? Or do we not get that one at all? It's going into the chain lift over here already. That's quite great. While the other is now getting some speed. Go through that. And there it goes. Well, the other one is still here. That one goes crazy fast. The thing is, I don't think this will work. I do not think a lift hill will work. We need a lot of speed, and this is not giving enough speed at all. Oh, I'm so much ruining the ride experience of the greens. That's crazy. We're just adding boosts everywhere. Like, I'm not a coaster builder. I know that. The concept, the idea. Does the idea work? That's the big question. Yes, it definitely gets over there. And again, then it gains like way too much speed. Then it gains way too much speed. Okay. Well, that isn't it. That isn't it at all. Oh. How can we make this work?
A few moments later.
Well, that doesn't work. I see how that is. Look at that. Oh, no, it's going backwards. Okay. So I do think the answer is no. I can't, after 0 experience, I do not think I can make a dueling coaster. How am I this bad at building coasters, man? So after half an hour of trying to fix this problem, there are some cool experts around here, but like, I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you guys would make a layout that does go the same speed or the same thing. Please tell me in the comments something I can improve with this roller coaster or with the idea of trying to build this roller coaster, because I really want to have a dueling coaster, but like, I don't know how to do it. I have definitely no clue. I have never done this before, and I have absolutely no clue. Please let me know how to make this better. Check also 5 free roller coaster ideas to use in Theme Park Tycoon soon.